It seems as though there might be a storm. Yes, there's one gathering. It's lucky we've somewhere to take shelter. It's a holiday today, too. All the ladies are out in their finery. They'll run to shelter fast enough. Here are the people coming this way. They don't want to be caught in the storm. I say, this wall must have been covered with paintings once. You can make bits of them out here and there. Yes, but the paintings are all done for. The place is all in ruins. It's 40 years since it was burned down. What's this picture here? I can't make out what it is all about. That's a picture of hell. A picture of hell? Can't you see all the folks going down into the flames? Yes, I can see it now. Folks of every sort, rich and poor, high and low, are there. And men, too. Yes, men. I say, look at this picture. Can you tell me what this is? That's the invasion of the Lithuanians. It's a battle. Our men and theirs are fighting. Who were these Lithuanians? Lithuanians, of course. I've heard it said they fell down from heaven. Of course they did. Why, everybody knows that, and it was in memory of it that all these monuments were made. Yes, yes, everybody knows that. Ugh, I'm wet through. Damn you, get away, leave me alone. But, sir, it would be a great blessing to the town. Your worship would be a benefactor. A benefactor, indeed. Who the devil needs a clock tower? The whole town needs it. And it wouldn't cost much. Very little, in fact. It could be set up in the center of the town. A stone column, a copper dial, and all very simple and beautiful. It would carve the figures on the dial myself. And, sir, when you were out for a walk, you would look on it and be proud. You and all the people would see at once what time it is. There's a splendid position for it, too. A place that just needs something to adorn it. Think how the visitors would admire it. They'd go away congratulating us on possessing such an ornament. Think of it, sir, standing on that side, a graceful column of a thing of beauty to be enjoyed by everyone. Time and the hour on its clear face revealed, yet pointing to the timeless starry field. Confound you! Why do you come after me with all this nonsense? Do you think I want to talk to you? You should find out if I want to talk to you. I've no time to listen to such nonsense. You're always getting ideas. Then you must worry me with them. Why don't you mind your own business? If it were my business, I should be to blame, but it is the town's business. I'm speaking for the good of the town. It would only cost a few rubles, and a few rubles on such a worthy object. Stop it. Do you think I can't see what you're after? You want to put those rubles in your own pocket. You've no right to say that, sir. I'm offering to give my services. I don't want a kopeck. Everybody here knows I mean what I say. They know me for an honest man. What do I care what they know? I don't want to know you, that's enough. There's no need to insult me. Damn you, who are you? How dare you criticize what I say? I don't allow folks of far more importance than you to criticize me. Would you like to know what I think about you? You're a rogue, a thief, a chattering rascal. Would you like to put me in court for that, eh? Well, get out. I can stamp on you if I like. Stamp you into the mud, you knave. I've nothing more to say. It's so easy to be abusive. Keep a civil tongue. I want no insolence, do you hear? I'm not insolent, sir. I came to you because you have influence. You are a man of position, and I thought you would like to do the town a service. Now, for example, we have storms very often, yet nothing is done. What do you want now? There should be lightning conductors. Oh, more foolishness. No, sir, it's the wisdom of science. Experiments have been made. Bah! What for? For safety. Oh, go on. What sort of lightning conductors do you mean? Rods of steel. What the devil do you mean? What about steel rods? Nothing. Say what you mean. Perhaps you know what makes the storms. You seem to know a lot. Yes. Do you hear that? Well, tell us, you fool. Electricity in the atmosphere. Elec. uh, Electricity in the. So that's it. Now we can see what sort of fellow he is. He defies the Holy Church. He wants to put up steel rods to keep off God's punishment for our sins. What are you? Are you a Tartar? Or what? Speak up, tell us. Are you a Tartar, eh? Your Honor, Derzhavin said, my body may be trampled in the mire, but my mind can command the spheres. Worthy citizens, listen to him. For such words, he should be taken before the police and whipped for his sacrilege. It's blasphemy. That's what it is. It's no use. I am a poor man, and I must hold my peace. But one day, I will be rich. When I've made my fortune, then you'll hear me talk. What the devil is to be done with such men? I don't know. And you idle loafers. The sight of you would make any man swear. I didn't want to lose my temper, and that row comes just when I'd resolved to keep calm and sets me off again. Satan sees him. Has it given up raining? I think it has. You think? Get out, you idiot, and make sure. Don't stand there thinking. Yes, sir, it has stopped. I believe it's Boris. Shh, shh. Come here. Katerina is in a terrible state. Whatever can we do? For heaven's sake, think of something. What's the matter? Her husband has come back sooner than we expected. Did you know? No. She doesn't know what she's doing. Seems as if these 10 days had been all my life, and now I cannot see her. Pull yourself together. It's no good being lovesick now. Something must be done. She's frantic, shaking all over, and so pale it frightens me. Her eyes are wild. She's past all reason. In the night she was crying as if her heart would break. Now she just sobs and sobs. What can be done? You must think of something. Perhaps you'll become calmer soon. I'm terribly afraid. She never lifts her eyes to her husband, and Mama's begun to notice it already. She's suspicious, and the way she looks at Katerina makes it worse than ever. Something dreadful will happen. What are you afraid of? Oh, Katerina's overwrought because she's something on her soul. You must talk to her firmly. Try and get her to listen to reason. It's no use. Do you know what she'll do? I can tell you. She'll just fall down at her husband's feet and tell him everything. She couldn't do that. I tell you she will. Where is she now? Just now she is on the boulevard with her husband and my mother. Now, I don't think you'd better meet them. If she sees that you will be the end of everything. That's thunder. Yes, there are some people coming this way. You'd better get out of sight. I'll stand here, then nobody will know I've been with you, and they won't suspect anything. That young lady seems terribly frightened the way she's running to take shelter. It's no use thinking a shelter will save you. If it's written that you're to die in the book of fates, why then you'll die. Vahara. Oh, Vahara. Don't be foolish. The storm means death. Why can't you be sensible? What can I do? I am tortured so. If one lives as in God's sight, then death has no terrors. Let me tell you, if your heart has not burdened with sin, you wouldn't be afraid. But, Mamma, to be frightened of a storm is something a person cannot help. Don't you try and find excuses. How do you know what her sins are? Oh, well, perhaps she did commit some terrible sin when I was away. I never saw anything when I was at home. Perhaps you have said it. Perhaps it was when you were away. My dear Katya, you'd better confess your sins. I can't have you harboring secrets. So you've been wicked, have you? You see, I've heard all about it. A little bird whispered. My dear Tian. Leave her alone, Tian. Can't you see Katerina is ill? You shouldn't tease her. There's nothing to be frightened of. Why, you know who Boris is. Did you think he was a stranger? How is your uncle? Very well, thank you. What does he want? I cannot bear it. Katya is exhausted and I'm tired out too. We can't cope with strangers now. Why? What are you afraid of? The storm is God's gift of rain, and the whole earth is rejoicing. The trees and the flowers and every blade of grass is singing a hymn of thanksgiving. It's life to them. And look at the light in the sky, those wonderful northern lights. See how they cleave the darkness like swift arrows? You ought to be ashamed of yourselves, standing like frightened sheep. Look up and let your hearts rejoice. Don't shiver at bogies of your own making. I am not afraid. Come, sir, let us go. Yes, let us go. It's come to something when such men as that preach sermons. No wonder the world is falling into sin. If old men talk in that matter, what can we expect from the young ones? The sky is blacker and blacker. It's all blotted out. See? The cloud is all gathering up into a great ball and rolling round and round. It's rolling this way. Look at it. It's rolling this way, just as if it were alive. That storm is the hand of God. It's coming here for a reason. It will strike somebody or something before it's done. You will see. What do they say? They say it will strike somebody. Don't listen to them. That's the way these folks talk. It's all foolishness. They say anything. You are safe enough. Dear Tian, I know who will be struck dead. I know who has sinned. Be quiet. Nonsense. How do you know? It will strike me. I know it will strike me. Aha! So the pretty lady's afraid. The pretty lady hides her face. It's no use hiding your face, my beauty. You are afraid because you know where beauty leads to. You are afraid for your sins. I know what beauty is, a curse and a snare. Both fools and wise men sin because of beauty. When they see the likes of you, they forget their God. Old men and young men, good and honorable men, forget their God. You are cursed with your beauty and will go to your own place. No good hiding your face. You can't hide from God. Hellfires and are burning, and you will burn. You will all burn. Burn, burn, burn. I shall die of Afara. Come, my dear, away from them. Kneel down and say your prayers, and you will feel better. Look, look, the fires of hell. I can't bear it. I can't suffer anymore. Mother, Dion, I have sinned against God and against you. I promised on my knees, took an oath that I wouldn't look on anyone when you were away. And I went out of the house the first night. Katya, you don't know what you're saying. You're distracted. Don't listen to her. Confess, do you hear? Confess now you've begun. And I went out every night. Leave her alone. With whom? She's out of her mind. She's talking wildly. You hold your tongue. We're getting the truth. Come on, tell us the truth. With whom? With Boris Grigorovitch. Well, my son, you hear, I warned you. But you thought you were wiser than me. Now you see what comes of freedom. The velvet dark is full of dreams, and nothing is, but only seems. Good evening, sir. Out for a walk? No, I'm going home. I expect you've heard what's happened. Yes, I have heard about it. I went off to Moscow for a fortnight, as you know, and I made the best of it. Mama's sermon went in and at one ear and out of the other. All I wanted was to be free so that I could enjoy myself. I never thought about home. I never thought about anything but having a good time. Because I had to get in enough fun to last the whole year. But if I'd only known what was going on here. It's a pity, a great pity. I'm miserable. Everything has gone wrong, and all my life is ruined. It isn't my fault either. Your mother is very, very hard. It's all her fault, but what can I do? I've been down to decoy, and we've had vodka together. I thought I might forget it all, and instead I'm worse than ever. It's terrible the sin my wife has done. I never could have believed she could have done me such a wrong. We must not sit in judgment. It's not easy to say which of you is to blame. Mama has no sympathy, and she's tormenting the poor girl to death. I know Katya deserves it. I know even if I killed her, nobody would blame me. Mama says she ought to be buried alive. But I can't be angry with her, kill again. It's no good, I can't. I did strike her, but that was because Mama told me to. It's just killing me to see her suffer, so I love her, and I can't help it. You must be good to her. Make it up if you can, for both your sakes. Don't mention what she's done. If you never speak of it, then in time it will all be forgotten. We are none of us without sin. You're not without sin yourself. That's true enough. I've sins enough. She's a good girl, and she'll be a good wife to you yet. There's no good harping on what's done. But Mamma will never let it rest. I'd forgive her willingly and never say a word, but it's Mamma. You cannot let Mademoiselle Cabanova wreck your life like that. You'll have to assert yourself. But how can I? I have no will. Mamma always gets her way. Nobody heeds me. They look on me as a senseless fool. All I can do is to go and drink and myself stupid. That's all I can do. And then leave Mamma to look after me. That's no good. No good at all. But what's become of Boris Grigorovitch? That rascal is being packed off to China for 3 years. And what does he say? Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her. He keeps saying, she isn't to blame. It's all my fault. He's utterly miserable. He weeps for her. Decoy and I swore at him and cursed him for a rogue, but that's no good either. I'm sorry for him, too. Yes, he's not a bad sort. But it's no good being sorry for him. He ought to be whipped. He deserves it for bringing all this on us. He's my enemy. I'd like to kill him for what he's done. He's going off to China, and he wants to say farewell to her. Do you think I'd allow that? It would be a noble thing to do. But he's my worst enemy. We must forgive our enemies. You talk like that to Mamma and see what she'd say. It's hell in our house now. We aren't like a family. We are all split up, and there's nothing but angry words flying around. Bavara's had enough of it. She said she wouldn't put up with things any longer, so she's run away. Where to? Nobody knows. With Vanya Kudryas, they think, because they can't find him anywhere either. Mamma's brought it all on herself. She gave her no peace, nagged and then locked her up. Don't you lock me up, she cried, or you'll be sorry for it, and you'll see what's come of it. Varvara's gone. It isn't home any more now. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I'm going back now. You think I want to go back? What can I do? Master Tion, what's the matter now? Something's happened at home. What? It's terrible, sir. Heaven, is there no end to it? What's the matter? Tell me. It's your wife, sir. Is she dead? Oh, can't you? No, sir, it's worse. She's gone. We don't know where she is. We've looked everywhere. Help me, Culligan. I'm terrified. She'll do some harm to herself. She's been crying so, and it's been pitiful to see her. You never know what she'll do. Has she been gone long? No, sir, not long. We ought never to have given her the chance. We did watch her, but somehow she got away. It's no good talking now. We've got to do something. We've got to find her. What's the use of standing there? Search for her. Culligan, help me. Before it's too late. Boris, come to me. Come and say goodbye. Kiss me a last good night, and then I'm not afraid now, dear. God take care of him. Why did I sin and drag him down with me? And I have hurt him so. I've ruined myself and dishonored him. I can't sleep. I can't rest. I try to think of the words he said, and they won't come back. Nothing is clear. In the middle of the night, I lie awake, and the darkness is full of sounds, strange boding sounds. I cannot make them all out. Sometimes I hear singing far off, like the chanting at a burial. Sometimes I hear crying. Oh, how I long for the morning. The morning comes, and I am beset with other terrors. I cannot face them in the house. I cannot bear the cold looks and words. Day or night, it is just the same. Why don't they kill me? No, they won't let me die. They want me to suffer. Must I never be forgiven? Must I suffer always? How can I go on living? Oh, if I could be with him, then I might find solace. Boris, am I never to see you here? You never to be with you again? Oh, wild, wild wind, hear my prayer. Carry it on thy swift wings far away to him. He will listen and understand. Boris, my heart, my soul, my life, I love you. It's her voice. Where is she? At last, at last. God has answered our prayers. He remembered me. How could I ever forget? And can you forgive? Forgive? Why, there's nothing to forgive. I never realized what I was doing. Don't. There is no blame at all. Not for you. I was not free. How are you now? Going away. Going away. You aren't going away. Far away, Katya. Take me, Boris. Take me with you. Don't leave me here. I can't. I'm being sent away. My uncle is forcing me. The troika's all packed with my luggage, and the horses are ready to start. I begged for a few minutes, hoping that I should see you for the last time. God be with you, dear one. Do not think of me. At first you will find it hard, and then in time you will forget. But you, Katerina, what will happen to you? What does Tian say? Sometimes Tian is kind, and then he is angry and beats me. He is drinking all the time now until he doesn't know what he is doing. And his mother? She never leaves me alone. She throws your name up and says to everybody, don't talk to her, don't trust her. And she says, she's a lying, deceitful baggage. And they point me out wherever I go and throw scorn at me. Poor Katya. So unhappy that I wish I could die. If we'd never met you, would never have suffered. They cannot take this moment from me. All I wanted was to see you just once more. My heart is quiet now. It was because I didn't know that I wanted you to come. What, Katya? Whether you were angry too for what I'd done to you. How could you think that? No, I'm saying what I don't mean. For I longed for you, prayed for you, and now you are here. I daren't stay longer, Katya. Don't go till I've told you something. I've something I want to say. What is it, Katya? I can't think now. Everything is mixed up in my head. I must go. Wait a minute. I will tell you. Yes, I know now. When you go on your journey, give to every beggar who asks an alms, and bid him pray for my suffering soul. If these people only knew what I suffer, farewell, Katya. They do with me as they will. God be with thee, dear heart. Go quickly. The end for me has come. Katya, there's something on your mind, something terrible. Shall be full of fear for you. God's name, go. God be with thee. Farewell. Where am I going now? Home? Anywhere but there. I've bed of the grave, a little grave beneath the trees. The sun will shine on it, the rain will kiss it, and the flowers will spring and dress it in many colors. The birds will sing, and there I can rest and take no care of an awakening. It is better than life, for life is sorrow and bitterness. Life does not want me, it is dark. The voices are sounding again, and they are nearer. They are sweet now. They are chanting my funeral song, and I am not afraid, no. Of life I am afraid. If they catch me, they will drag me home by force. No, no. Farewell, dear heart, farewell. They say she was seen here. Can it be? They say so. Thank God, she was seen alive. What are you troubling yourself about her? And crying over it, too. As if she was worth a second thought. You'd be well rid of her. Whatever made her come here, nobody would think of hiding here. She's artful enough to do anything. Have you found her? No, she's vanished. We can't find a trace of her. It's strange. I can't make it out. Where could she be? She'll be found all right. Of course she will. Why, she'll come back herself when she's ready. What is it? Who's calling? It's Katya. Mama, I must go. Let me go, Mama. I must save her. I can't live without her. You stop here. You can do nothing. Do you think I'm going to let you kill yourself for her? Hasn't she brought enough disgrace on us without her planning this revenge? Let me go. You won't go. If you leave me, I'll ask God to curse you. Let me look at her then. Oh, they're coming this way and they're carrying her. He's a brave fellow. Is Culligan. He saw her ride out in the deep water and dragged her ashore. Is she alive? How could she be? She threw herself from the cliff and dropped on the anchor of a boat, poor thing, but she looks as if she were alive. There's only a little wound on her forehead. Take her. You can do what you like now. She's in a kinder place. God will be more merciful than you. Katya, Katya, be quiet. It's sinful to weep for her. It's you who have killed her. You! Are you out of your mind? What do you say? You. I'll talk to you at home. Thank you, good people, for your help. It is well with you, Katya. But why am I left to live and suffer?